Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And today's lesson is going to go into demonization and innocency. Okay? Kind of stemming off of the lesson I did yesterday, going into a quote by Sun Tzu, which goes that he basically went into the last level. The lowest form of war is to besiege a city, which means you've lost every other tactic that you had. And Esau is on the attack. Esau is the predator and we're the prey. And because he's seeing that he can't get to us, because he's seeing that he can't get to this truth, all right, because he's being exposed for the devil he is, he's going to demonize us. Okay? For example, when you go, which we understand through the spirit, all right, and we understand the day, as we get closer into the day, that we're seeing more and more who this devil is. Okay? We're seeing that he's the spirit of Cain and we're the spirit of Abel. Now, this is Genesis 4:2. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto YAHAWAH. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And YAHAWAH had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. Okay? And to the words that we speak, we have strength, because it's of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. All right? But unto the legislations and the laws that Esau puts out, he doesn't have any strength. He's losing his power. So it says, and it's not of us. All right? Remember, this devil had us in slavery for hundreds of years, man. He hid this word from us. It's of the Heavenly Father. Abel, just through the spirit, he offered up what he knew. He offered up the firstlings of the flock. It was all through the spirit. And YAHAWAH said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Okay? So why you got a bone to pick with us, man? If you did well, if you stand on what you believe in, don't worry about us. All right? The Lord should be with you, right? And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? Okay. Esau's slaying us, which it will get physical, but now it's, slaying our name, calling us black Hebrew Israelites. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Okay? When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Okay? So here it is. Esau's going to... The fact that Esau is seeking to demonize us proves our innocency. Okay? And to the, carnal mind, it might seem messed up, but this is how the Lord chooses his men. As a matter of fact, in the book of Isaiah 48:10, it says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Okay? So the Most High has chosen his elect through affliction, through demonization. What does it say in Isaiah 54? All right? Which speaks about, when YAHAWASHI went up on that cross. It's like if Isaiah 53 and 10, it says, "Yet it pleased Yahweh to bruise him. He hath put him to grief." So the Lord have put the spirit on those 2/3 that come up after him, man. You could read Psalm 69. All right. That's one of the good ones, basically going into speaking about, prophesying about 2/3 that will come up against him. "When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of Yahweh shall prosper in his hands." Okay? So he's going to reap the benefits, but before he reaps the benefits, he got to go through that fire. "He shall see of the travail of his soul and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many." Okay? But that was the point. He shall see of the travail of his soul and be satisfied. Okay? And likewise as us, man. What the scripture say in 2 Corinthians 8, that through our weakness he is strong. And we got to remember that, man. It's not about us, man. All right? We dine in this place to live for YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. All right? It's all about him being glorified at the beginning and end of the day. Okay? It says, you look at that word travail, it says toil, trouble. And now we come into the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay? All right? So, hey, man, we just got to remember that. All right? Through his demonization, we shall be innocent. All right? Like when you go into the book of, what's that, 2 Maccabees with the 7 holy children, in the time of the Greeks. Let me see. 2 Maccabees 7. Second Maccabees 7. Verse 32. "And though the living power be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction," because ultimately, hey, we in his flesh, man. So even right now, the Lord is cleaning us up, and we go through hell from this world. But I just let me read it back. "And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction," all right, Hebrews 12, "yet shall he be at one again with us." Okay? But he used this guy, Antiochus, to do that correction so that he can, so that we can be purged from our iniquities. All right? "But thou, O godless man, and all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain riches, lifting up thy hand against the servants of God. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of Almighty Power, who seeth all things." Okay? Because Cain lied to the Lord, but the Lord saw it, man. Okay? Because we gotta remember too, even for those that do get put to death, we're gonna be right in the Lord's ear talking about, we're gonna be asking the Lord how long. I believe it was that Revelation 6, it says that. So hey, man, it's really gonna be all good for us. It's really gonna be all good for us. This is Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. Verse 19. "And Joseph said unto them," this is after he, revealed himself to his brothers in Egypt, "Fear not, for I am in the place of God. But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive." Okay? So that's the same thing with us, man. All right? You bring hell upon us, you bring the whole world put eyes upon us. All right. But the Lord is going to, give us powers, man. The scriptures say when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Most High shall lift up a standard. Okay. So, man, his demonization is going to lead to our innocency and ultimately lead to the Lord's glorification. Okay. This is, let me see, First Maccabees 2 and First Maccabees 2 and 60. Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions. And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. All right. So we just got to put our trust in the Lord, trust in his process, and know that he's doing it to really glorify his name. And that's cool. That's cool, man. As long as we're found worthy to make it and to receive the, sit on the right hand side of YAHAWASHI, that's cool. All right. What's Romans 8 and 17? And if children, then heirs of God, and joint heirs with YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI went through it. All right, as we just read in Isaiah 54. And the Lord was, gave him everything of his. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified with him. All right. And what's that say in Revelations 19? That he had put down all these other nations. All right. So we're going to be glorified in the same manner, man. Psalms 2 says, basically that the Lord is going to give us these other nations, man, to rule over. And we're going to rule over them with rigor, with the rod of iron. What's that said? Revelations 2. All right. Romans 8 and 28, I ended out with this, man, my favorite precept. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Okay? So with that, man, Lord willing, you Akim will edify. Shalom to the elect.